3. I'm a little dark here. 2. And we are live. Hello.
Hello.
How are we?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Latarsha, have you up twice? I'm going to remove one of these. Were you able to reach her?
Yes, I actually text her, so hopefully she'll get on.
Hopefully she'll make it in.
Yeah, because she's been hustling and bustling, boy.
She's a worker bee. That's for
Yes,
sure.
she
You guys know
is.
what that's like, right?
Oh,
Both of
yeah.
you.
She is
Hello,
really
hello.
ride or die.
And
I know.
I'm going to change this format just a little bit so that when she's ready to come on, we're ready. Good evening. I am your host, Annette, here at Coaching You For You. And as usual, we are dealing with the optics and technology. We're expecting another guest, but I'm really excited here tonight because I have 2 VIPs on the line tonight. And I will begin with Assemblywoman Reynolds Jackson. And then we have the African American Culture Collaborative Culture President, AACC.
It's the African American Cultural Collaborative of Mercer County. I know it's long. I get beat up about that all the time, but it's the African American Cultural Collaborative of Mercer County.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely okay. And so tonight we're here. I'm excited. This is the interview. And I'm really, really excited. And I'm going to tell you why. This is an opportunity for us to share with others a little bit first about the collaborative, a little bit about what the Assemblywoman is doing and her partnership in it and for it and about it, and what Juneteenth really means. And I say that because it's important. I've been watching social media across the counties, the tri-state area, and I'm noticing that there's a lot of discussion about Juneteenth and what it means and what it represents and the where, how, and why of it. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So, Assemblywoman, I'm going to allow you to introduce first and just tell us a little bit and shout somebody out.
Oh, well, first off, let me shout you out, Annette. Thank you. And for inviting us to come on here, Coaching You For You podcast. This is amazing. So let's snap you up, for, being thoughtful enough to invite us to come on. And, it really is about collaboration. Latarsha and I are no strangers to one another. And long story short, when this I want to say that Black Lives Matter, the George Floyd's, the murder that he went through, the murder of Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, all the protests that have been happening, I can't help but be in the legislature and start to think about different types of systematic racisms and how do we peel the onion back on all of that. So that's how it started for me. I was doing some research and Ed Gittens is my chief of staff. We're doing some research.
Shout out to your chief of staff.
Yeah, shout out to Ed. We've been doing some research trying to find different things. We started with police reform, looking at different ways to reform police for the state. We looked at body cameras. Right now we're up against the Civilian Review Board, all types of things that you can do passing legislation and then things that you can do, without passing legislation. Simple things that you can do, like no chokeholds. You can't stand there and watch someone be murdered and not intervene. So these are simple things that could be done. So in doing this research, it came up in our team meeting, what about Juneteenth? Are we one of those states that celebrate? And the research that we did came up that the former late great Assemblyman Jerry Green had a bill out already celebrating it. It was marked as a holiday, but not a paid holiday like MLK.
Right.
And so we just took the model and said, listen, this is the time. We're in this era now that we're trying to create more space for all of us, African Americans, Latinos, oppressed people to win. And so, doing this, and this is where Latarsha comes in, is that we was like, okay, we were able to pass this. The good thing was the governor signed it. This happened last year. We had, and I have to say, Mercer County is very unique, and in its acceptance of us have been very robust in supporting a lot of the initiatives that we've been doing. And really, Latarsha, I think you could chime in too, that, they wanted to be partners. They wanted to figure out how can we partner together. And I think that's the beauty of it. We didn't have to really do a hunt for folks. Folks were coming to us to say, how can we make this happen? And so, the legislation got passed. But I have to say, even through this journey, there are people that didn't know about Juneteenth or still learning about it. And, for me, it doesn't matter when you learned, if you've known about it for years or if you're just learning about it now. I just want to celebrate us. I want to celebrate our freedoms. I want to celebrate us in winning, right? Just, my Issa Rae comes out. I want all Black people to win.
Yes. Yes.
So, as we go through this, it's I have to think about all of our ancestors and those that have come before us and the fight, the civil rights, and why they protested. Sometimes I feel like we're in this place of complacency and we're just acceptance. But when you think about it and when you read about it and when you see, the Senate just passed yesterday unanimously passing Juneteenth as a federal holiday. But, the senator from Florida put up pictures of people's backs being whipped. And you just got to think about it. If you suffered for something, whether it's low wages, homelessness, depression, domestic violence, you suffered for 2.5 years. Everybody else was let free. Everybody else hit the lottery. Everybody else was winning, and you stuck and you can't get out. You just every day in, like, oh Lord, are you hearing me? Do you hear my prayers? Do you hear my prayers? And then all of a sudden they let you know that you're free, but you're 2.5 years late.
Yes.
And I just want to be mindful that Lincoln was assassinated April 15th. That was 2 months after, 2 months before June 15th. So that, to me, in my mind, I think that was done for a reason. But, that's just me and my conclusions. But, we just have to be mindful of all of that. So as we celebrate, as we jubilate, as we say, yes, we're free, we have to think about what took us so long to get here, and that it's not over yet. Because we still stuck in this space, and we have to still continue to pull back the onion of all of those systematic racisms that are still in place, that we're still fighting for. So we celebrate, but we also educate, we organize, and we get out to vote. And so all of these things go together. They're not in silos. And, we're a complex people, but we can walk and chew gum at the same time. So we can do it all. And I just, I can't thank Latarsha enough and the Outdoor Equity Alliance for all of their hard work. And Latarsha, she's been doing this for a long time, trying to get us to come together, whether it was on a Wednesday or Friday, whether it was, different things in between. And she was just determined. And so we have our little chit chats in between. It's like trying to keep each other motivated. Like, girl, don't let them get you. We just got to keep on fighting. Be like, but why? That's like, don't worry about why. We're just going to keep on pushing, because we know what we're doing is worth every single last, that stress, those tears, because I know I've cried at night. It can be very, very frustrating, but when you get to these points, you do, girl. I just want to get up and do my little hallelujah dance, like, Lord, like, yes, like 2 hands, one behind the back. You got to run up the aisle. You're like, yes, we doing it, and the energy. You just bring other folks around you that want to work too, that want to be a part of it, and you want that, right? Because we're not trying to say this is just all our idea. It's a partnership, and that's what I think. I love about Latarsha, her staff, her team. They just all want to make sure that everybody wins. Everybody wins in this. And so I'm just jubilated. I'm just so happy for everything that's happening. And it's not just this year. it's next year and all the years to come. So it can only get greater. It can only get better.
There's work to do. There's work
Absolutely.
to do. And before we move forward, I just want to make a point here. We have somebody commenting, and Latarsha is going to be able to pick this up. They want to know the meaning of the day. The meaning of the day. What does it mean? What does it represent? And so, as I shared earlier when we first got on, across social media, that's the issue. Let's talk about what it means. We're happy about it. We're happy to be here, but we're just beginning. We're just beginning in that folks are recognizing why this day is so important and what it means to us. The what, who, how, and why we celebrate. But before I move forward, I'd like to shout out the audience and thank you for being here tonight. And I want to remind you that we're on Facebook on 3 different pages, and we're also on YouTube. YouTube will push us out live. We have an audience of over 6,000. And so I'm looking forward to this. So let's get it, Latarsha Williams Burke. Bring it.
I was asked that question last night. Like, what does this mean to you? It means to me that everything that our ancestors went through was not in vain. You know, that we are the dream of our ancestors. And as Verlina was speaking, yeah, we get tired, but our ancestors, I'm sure, was 100 times more tired. So there's no excuse about fatigue. I don't feel like doing this, not another email, you know, and not another year of volunteerism, because our ancestors sacrificed greatly. And I owe this to them, like we owe this to them. And it's important for our young people to see us adults organize and come together and bring something beautiful to a community that highlights Black excellence, how important we are. And the Cultural Collaborative, we do this year round. We've done this year round since 2011. This is our 10-year anniversary. We were destined to be here. Was stamped, listen to this, was stamped on our nonprofit status. We pursued our nonprofit status in 2016. Guess what date is stamped on my nonprofit status?
Come on with it.
June 19th. How about that?
Oh my God. What an affirmation.
What an affirmation.
What an affirmation.
Yes.
Absolutely.
God.
June 19th, 2017 is when we got our nonprofit status. So God has been working on this before we knew what God was working on. And I've been so emotional these last 2 weeks, Verlina. You just don't even understand. You don't even understand.
I can imagine when you see something start to come together.
Yes.
When you see people finally get a grip and start to understand, it's about the emancipation of our people. It's about the Confederate States fighting to keep us locked down and in slavery. And in fact, in Galveston, I believe it was, when the soldiers came to tell them that they were free, the Confederate States killed them to keep them from reminding us and pulling us out. And so tonight, I want to get a little bit more into what the collaborative has done. Now, we've already had the affirmation relative to the stamping of the nonprofit. But you have a host of activities that are going to happen here today. And going into this, what do you want people to know, Latarsha?
I want people to know that we are gifted in so many areas. I want people to know that there's so much talent out there that lies dormant because you don't have the support or the venue to uplift their gifts and their vision. I'm talking about our young people, you know. I want people to know that there are organizations like the African American Cultural Collaborative that's composed of all African Americans that can be consistent, bring forth a product, manage their business, okay, and just embrace and show what it is to unify and come together. Everyone that has worked on my team are volunteers. No one gets stipends. No one is on a paid salary. These people have volunteered for years, not a week, not 6 months, but years, and they do it in full force. They do it with passion. And for me, being the leader of the organization, it was just very important for me that my team sees the fruits of their labor. And we always talk about this. I'm like, one day we're going to get there, y'all. We're going to get there. And they're like, Latarsha, please, we're just going to do this work. But I just want them to see that their work is not in vain, and that their work for their people and their love for their people is not in vain. And that's pretty much who we are. And that's where we get that drive from. Just the love of Black people of color.
That's right. We are here.
I think you also give us the venue to showcase our talents, right? Yeah. We hear a lot, we don't have any place to go, or we don't have anything to do. Right. I have to say the collaborative has provided different venues for people to showcase their talents. And whether that's spoken word, whether it's African dance, whether it's music, or whatever it is, the collaborative has been that venue. And I think that's where, we are able to shine and show Black excellence. And as you said, it's not just a one time. This is something that is continually happening and building. Yeah. And so, now we're throwing ourselves a party to say, listen, we need to be able to celebrate all of this Black excellence and look at all of the talents we have. We're more than just a statistic of somebody in the jail. We have all of these beautiful, we have singers, dancers, writers, songsters, we have vocalists, we have, engineers, we have all doctors, we're trying to get out the word about COVID. There's so many different spaces that we are trying to be fruitful in, and the collaborative has provided us with that atmosphere. So, it just uplifts the whole city. When you go to look to say, all right, let's see what they're happening now. It's summertime, it's June. What the collaborative got going on.
And the community looks forward to it. That's why I really, when we do an event, we don't do it for 1 year. We do it for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. We did First Fridays on Front Street down on Trenton, for 5 years, where small businesses were able to come out and sell their products. Cultural performances, paying local sound people, local DJs, providing a space and a venue for us to come together in a safe environment. With the Trenton African American Cultural Fest, we did that for 6 years, almost 6 years at Calwater Park. Hosting hundreds and hundreds of vendors, fundraising. All of our events are free to the community. Partnering with the Arts Council of Princeton to bring story in verse, where young people and adults can come out and express themselves, through spoken word and storytelling. Workshops. I mean, it's been endless. The Youth Sports Expo, where we partner with all the sporting organizations across the city to bring a day of sporting activities and opportunities for our young people to experiment in lacrosse and golf and tennis, sign up for these different organizations. So it's been a journey. It's definitely been a journey.
It's been a journey, but what I want to keep in the forefront here, Latarsha and Assemblywoman, is we have arrived. We've been here. Now we're partnering to showcase where we've been, where we come from, and what we're doing. And in showcasing Latarsha, I just want to boost you up because it's not just the collaborative having an interest. You're showcasing who we are and what we're capable of. Solidarity being one. You've brought together an entire county of elected officials, people, working people, people who have an interest in some of the things that you're doing. Gospel. One day they're going to let me sing. I don't know when that's going to be, but hopefully soon.
You can get on. My
friends won't allow it. and my family won't allow it, and my sorority certainly wouldn't allow it. They won't let me sing. But it's not because, well, I can't sing, but it doesn't mean I won't. And so, because I believe in myself.
Yeah.
The same way you, Latarsha, and Assemblywoman Reynolds Jackson believe in our people. And so tonight, what I want to push out is the fact that there is solidarity, there's experience, there's knowledge, skill, ability, and hope. And you're bringing that together one more time again for us. I want to thank you for that. I want to thank Assemblywoman for believing in the cause and recognizing the need to push. We prayed until something happened, but we also pushed until something happened. And I want that to be clear. It's about the freedom of our people. It is about the knowledge, skills, and ability that we possess. And in case anybody watching, near or far, is confused, we help build America. And they need to know that. And so as we move forward, I want to hear Latarsha. Let's have a little exchange. Let's have a little bit of fun. Mm-hmm. So on Friday, what are you guys doing?
So we're kicking off a Juneteenth weekend celebration on the steps of the War Memorial. Mm-hmm. We have a itinerary plan from 5 to 9 p.m. And that includes speeches from Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman, from Verlina Reynolds Jackson speaking to the Lisa Wolf of the Outdoor Equity Alliance, Assemblyman Borelli, Senator Turner, the collaborative team speaking. We also have our presenting sponsors who we are so thankful for, Wells Fargo and St. Francis. But we also have NJM, who has supported this journey since 2012. And I thought it would be only right for them to be on that at the podium speaking about how they journeyed with us through the hills and the valleys, but they're still here supporting the collaborative. In addition to that, Thomas Edison State University, the same way.
State University.
No matter what, they've always supported Robin Walton. I just got to thank her. I mean, she's always a cell phone call or email away. Angela Chapman from Thomas Edison State University, they have all been there for us. And Pat Harpins from NJM, it's like just picking up the phone and talking to a friend. She's such a sweet woman, and she really supports everything that we do in the community. We'll have Universal African Dance performing that night. We will have the NAACP AXO group performing that night.
Shout out to the NAACP president, Les Neal.
And then we will also have a volunteer on the Juneteenth Planning Committee, Palmer Richardson, who will be speaking about our post Juneteenth weekend celebration financial literacy initiative that we're taking on to empower wealth building and encourage wealth building in our community, entrepreneurship and ownership. So we have a great program, dinner that's provided and catered by ABCD Delights. And everyone has just come together to do this thing. So we have a great lineup of activities for Juneteenth kickoff.
That's Friday.
And that's Friday.
Latarsha, you are absolutely, darling, doing a thing. What about Saturday?
Saturday, you got about 30 minutes.
Just tell us what you're doing.
Okay, so Saturday we have, just to give you a visual, we have all of downtown Trenton almost blocked off. We have all of Warren Street, Lafayette Street, Front Street, South Broad Street, Stockton Street, and Mill Hill Park blocked off. We will have our healthy living pavilion that has been organized by a planning committee headed by Mama Yoga,
Yes.
also known as Samut A. Scott.
Shout out, Samut. Shout out.
Yes,
Drink that water and hydrate.
Yes. Her co-chair, Jerry Jenkins of Food Corps. They worked so hard bringing the healthy living area together. So I believe they have about 25 different vendors and presenters on Lafayette Street.
I'm excited.
In addition to Capital Health, Robert Wood Johnson, who are both our sponsors, the Trenton Health Team. I mean, it's just so much going on over there. They have their own DJ Lioness, a female DJ. They have their own mini stage over there. So Divine Allah, who will be doing mind and body fitness. And
let's shout Divine out, because I've worked with Divine, and Divine got me to a place in balance, because I have the balls of my feet are numb. And he helped me tremendously with balance. I mean, this guy is incredible. He believes that, health is your wealth, really.
Yes.
And that your mindfulness matters in everything that you do. So shout out to Divine Allah for the work that he does in fitness and health.
Yeah. And so Mama Yoga made a point to really highlight mental health, spiritual health, physical health, and all different types of methods that will get us to a place of peace and serenity and well-being. And we also have a keynote speaker, and I'm sorry I can't pronounce his name.
Try. Sound it out.
Oh my God, a cool. I can look it up on my computer, but he will be speaking about health post-COVID.
And that's a biggie. That's a biggie.
And how
it really is.
Yeah, and what you need to do to maintain your health, your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health post the COVID era. So, Mama Yoga and Jerry did an excellent job. Yeah,
because of you. Yeah. And Sunday.
No, we're not finished yet with Saturday.
I'm here for it.
Well, and then right around the corner from Mama Yoga, we're going to have our legacy stage.
Yes.
And this stage is sponsored by the county, and this stage is organized by our young adults. They held their own Zoom meetings. They did their own scheduling. Shout out to Jazzy Mackay, Cal O'Neill, Kevin Hines, Tyrell Smith. They even had a mini tryout for the legacy stage at Mill Hill Park. They just did a phenomenal job. They designed their own flyer. So the purpose of the legacy stage is like a passing of the torch.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so we're going to kick off that stage with Karen Jones, our elder from the community, singing Lift Every Voice and Sing. And then we have the Fabulous Cavaliers drill team that's going to perform over there.
Absolutely.
And followed by that will be Universal African Dance. And then Batala, Brazilian drumming from Philadelphia, is going to lead us into our youth performances. And then there'll be about 50 nonprofits on Warren Street. So all geared towards youth and adults and families. So Warren Street is going to be amazing. And then Front Street, we have the Capital City Cruisers. There will be an antique car show on Front Street.
I love antique cars.
Yeah. In addition to more vendors, because we have over 100+ vendors for this event. And then we also are offering vaccinations. The city, the county, and the state are coming together to offer Pfizer, Moderna, and the Johnson vaccine. And then we have our Mill Hill Park area that will be loaded with food vendors, merchandise vendors, and our main stage performances that's going to be off the chain. Okay.
I'm looking forward.
Yes. Jazz pianist Marcus Johnston. We have I think Gerald Beasley is a bass guitarist. Then we have James White, who's a saxophonist. We have Brooke Alford. She is a
Brooke.
violinist. Then we have our local sweetheart, Gracie Little, and Showtime.
I love
performing.
Grace Little.
We have the OG band. We have a full day of performances on that main stage. And then also in Mill Hill, in our amphitheater area, we're going to have a literacy village for our children that's being fully supported by the Trenton Board of Education. In Aramark, they're giving away 1,000 free lunches to our children in the Children's Village. We have a full schedule of storytellers from 12 to 6 p.m. Black authors are going to be reading from their books and handing out books. And we're looking
believe
to
Tesca Frisbee is one of those
Tesca
authors.
Frisbee is one
Shout
of them.
out to Tesca.
Tona Buck is another.
Tona Buck.
Tona, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Yolanda.
Safe touches
Robinson,
only.
Yolanda Landy Robinson.
Yes.
Yvonne Levins. So we have a full day, and I thank Wanda Webster from the Center for Child and Family Achievement. She is the co-chair for that area. But we have a lot of things going on in the Children's Village. And lastly, the College of New Jersey, Bonner Center, Lori Johansson, she's been phenomenal with helping us plan. She's created maps for the village. She's heading like the volunteer recruitment for the village. So, you know, we have some amazing partners and community volunteers. So it's going to be a lot going on in downtown Trenton on Saturday. And then we go into Sunday to the Gospel Fest.
Before we do that, please tell our audience where they can park and how they should come to downtown Trenton.
Okay. So our vendor setup is going to be from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And thank you to Perry Shaw, Executive Director of the Trenton Parking Authority. We have free parking throughout from Friday to Sunday. So there are multiple garages in the surrounding area of the downtown Trenton that attendees can park in, specifically one on Lafayette Street, one West Lafayette Street, and the other at 16 Front Street. Yes, but Perry Shaw did us a great service by doing that, because
shout out to Perry Shaw.
Yes,
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for helping to make it happen, because people are going to drive to come down. You can expect people from the tri-state area.
Right.
And in that, knowing where to park is going to be very important. And so I just want you to know that you have this mic from now until Juneteenth to say and do whatever you want, because we want people to participate. We want them to be here. We spent time, you've marketed, you allowed me to participate in some of the marketing. I made that little corny video. Did you see it? Coming soon.
I didn't.
I made the video. I made a TikTok. And I've boosted across the tri-state area, just as I agreed to do. And I want you to know I'm here for it, and I'm here for you. Now tell us about Sunday. Wait, Verlina, are you singing on Sunday?
No, I'm not singing. No, I'm not singing on Sunday. I'm not singing on Sunday.
I was going to join you. We could have done a duet.
I know. We're going to have to figure out karaoke night, because listen, I love karaoke.
We have to have a karaoke night.
Yes. We can do that together. I love it. And
our friends may never speak to us again. But
listen, karaoke is for people that like to sing but can't sing. So all those professional people that be doing karaoke, have a seat and let us have our turn.
Sit down. We're coming. Okay, Latarsha, Sunday.
So Sunday, the gospel event hosted by WIMG's Craig Hayes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that kicks off at 12, and we will have words from our sponsors. We have Nikki Michelle performing. We have Union Baptist Church.
And they're going to bring it in. Trust me.
Yeah.
Reverend Spencer.
Yes. I heard that today. I was like,
let me back in. I want to sing. Pastor said, I think you might be better served doing something else when I was in the choir.
Yeah, we hold the door. We true service. We hold the door open. We the greeters at the door, and that's what we're gonna do.
Are you guys getting some staticky? You hear any static?
I
A
do.
little bit.
It's going now.
That's okay. We're coming back. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting it on my end.
It's your
Okay,
mic, Latarsha. But that's okay. Keep going. Sunday.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
No apologies
Yeah,
needed.
so Sunday, Union Baptist Church, Yolanda Briggs. I pray that she sings. I pray that she sings it. We also have Renee Smith performing, and our headliner is JVR. And to top it off, we have a gospel house music DJ that's going to be performing.
That
from
sounds
12,
exciting.
From 12 at 6 o'clock. So.
And so we're looking forward to that. An Assemblywoman. So Latarsha has told us about all the wonderful things that they're going to be doing.
Should I change locations? Can you guys hear me?
Latarsha?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Jump out,
yes,
Latarsha, and come back in. Just go out and come back in. Yeah, just sign out and go back in.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm going to remove you. And so, Verlina.
Yes.
Let's talk about you a little bit. Do you want to shout anybody out while we wait for Latarsha?
Oh, let me shout out my wonderful husband, Zach, who we just celebrated last weekend, our 12th wedding anniversary.
Wow, congratulations.
So, thank you. You know, it's just so wonderful to be in love. And
it is.
It is. It's just so wonderful. And we just slipped away for a little bit because, you know, the work sometimes can be heavy.
I know.
And you have to take time. And, you know, I take my mental health very, very seriously. Sometimes you do. And, you know, having a good partner that can recognize when you're at your max and you just need a break. Because, you know, deadlines, they come, they go, you get a new set and you just work. And I work all the time. Even though it's my passion and it's something that I enjoy, there are some sleepless nights. There are, you know, I'm tired, or, you know, you still gotta work. You still gotta get up every day. You still gotta live. And so, you know, my husband is just awesome. And so he was like, you know what, we're going to dip out and, you know, we're going to turn the phones off. And, you know, for me, it does take it takes a couple of days just to unplug, right? To turn your mind off of work. It does. And so,
get it.
Yeah, he's just amazing. And so, you know, he recognizes that. And he was like, we're just going to dip out and let me love on you. And it was just awesome. And so we had a great time just celebrating us. And, you know, shout out to hubby.
Shout out to Zach. Let me tell you, in love is one of the best places to be in the world. And as women, you are currently active in politics, having been active as both the Trenton Democratic chair, the vice president of city council, and the West Ward councilwoman. I get it. I was working full-time doing that. I get it. You get it. And so tonight, as we celebrate the emancipation of our people, the greatness of our people, I want our people to know that elected officials need a break too. And they're human.
Yeah.
And so we have a few people on here. Let's see what they're talking about while we wait for Latarsha. Helen Jones Walker, great dialogue and energy. Helen, that dialogue and energy comes from the president and the Assemblywoman. I'm just a small part of this hosting. So thank you, Helen Jones Walker. She also says, Reverend Simeon Spencer, they are shouting you out for UBC Ensemble. Please present on Sunday. So Pastor Spencer was the person who told me I might better serve somewhere other than the choir. And Pastor, I want an apology for that because I can sing. My parents said I could sing and I believe it. And so there you have it. I love my pastor, Pastor Spencer.
I do too.
Yes. Maria McConaughey, another great podcast. And that's because I have great people. Come on back, Latarsha.
Okay, hope we can get this right this time. That's
you
better.
Got it. Yes.
It's better. You back.
Yes.
You back.
We were talking about love and Pastor Spencer and my ability to sing and Verlina's love for her husband while you were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's shout out your beautiful baby.
Yes, well, I've been with my husband for 27 years, since 1994. So
this will forever be known as the Assemblywoman snap.
Yes.
Reynolds, Reynolds snap. The Reynolds Jackson snap. What's your baby's name, Latarsha?
Andre Burke is my husband.
Here, Andre Burke.
Yeah.
Behind every great woman is a phenomenal man. So thank you. Thank you, Zach. And thank you, Andre. So we're going to wrap up here. I want to again remind our guests that we are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, and we're talking about emancipation, why it matters, why we celebrate Juneteenth, and showcasing who and what we are, our knowledge, skills, ability, opportunity, and hope with Assemblywoman Reynolds Jackson and the president of the African American Collaborative of Mercer County. I got it right.
Okay.
Mercer County. Latarsha Williams Burke.
Yes.
Here we go. The Assemblywoman Reynolds Jackson snap.
Yes.
And so she's talked to us. Verlina has, Assemblywoman Verlina Reynolds Jackson has shared how, why, and what Juneteenth was. And Latarsha has also enlightened you about where they are, what they're doing, who their sponsors are, who is your committee.
Yes, let's talk about
Shout them out.
Committee. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
It's only right that I start off with Helen. Helen Jones Walker. She's board member and public relations chair for the organization, and she does a
phenomenal job.
Helen out.
Yeah. She does an absolute phenomenal job. She has definitely, how can I say, developed me in ways that I needed to be developed, as far as knowing what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. So
she's a woman who means business.
Yes.
And she's a professional.
Yes.
You've got one of the best.
Yes.
In Helen Jones Walker.
And Helen. So we also have Sheila Garvin Glover, who serves as our board member and treasurer. Go ahead, Sheila.
Yes.
The Reynolds Jackson snap.
Yes, we have Regina M. Jackson.
Regina's been around for a long time too.
Hey, Regina.
Yes. And she serves as our volunteer chair. We have Cheryl Thomas, who's a board member and executive assistant.
All of that.
The Reynolds Jackson snap for you too. Yes.
We have Patrick Hall.
Hey, Patrick. Snap.
Who serves as the logistics coordinator and also as an outreach. He works with me about, outreaching to the community and so forth. We have Aziz Bey.
Woo.
And the story behind Aziz Bey, I met Aziz Bey at the Trenton African American Cultural Fest. He was a volunteer there. And that was 2013, and we've been working together ever since. So
great minds.
Aziz is family, and he does an amazing job, and he serves on logistics also.
Yeah.
We have Nina Dawkins.
Nina
Robertson,
the comedy host.
Yes,
with the most.
Yeah, she
Love
has
you,
served
Nina.
also since 2012. She's been a part of this team, and these are the folk that makes up the collaborative. They are phenomenal people. They volunteer their time. We speak. It's not like an hour or 2 hours a week.
I know.
We talk every day. Again, these people are like family. We are a family. We are a team. Helen says she's coming. She's getting on.
Come on, Helen Jones Walker, with your bad self. Say it loud.
Snap up, Helen. Snap up, Helen.
Helen, I wore these in honor of you tonight. They're a bit much for me.
Timothy Robinson, he serves as
yes.
Hey, Timothy, snap. Yeah. You have the Reynolds Jackson's Assemblywoman snap. And so that's a phenomenal team. And teamwork really does make the dream work. Mm-hmm. And although people think once it all comes together, that it just happened, they don't understand the logistics behind putting something like this together. So shout out again, Latarsha Williams-Burke, for a phenomenal job with Juneteenth. Assemblywoman, you do what you do. I am mighty proud of you. I admire and respect the work that you do. We have a lot of people who talk about getting it done. You are one of the ones who actually do. Yeah. And I respect that. So thank you. I know how difficult it is when you're working with a team of people, Latarsha, an Assemblywoman, to accomplish the goals that you set forth. But neither of you have wavered. And that makes the difference. It absolutely makes the difference. The African American Culture Collaborative of Mercer County. Woo, woo. Thank you. Thank you. I got the snap from the Assemblywoman. That will forever be known as the Assemblywoman snap, clap back. Thank you for that, Assemblywoman. I admire and respect you women and the work that you do. Black women are intoxicating. They are phenomenal. We get in and we get it done. And we are a part of the Black men who are the backbone of our society. And I want to thank them too. I want to take an opportunity to shout out the Black man. We understand your struggle. We're in it with you. We're in it to win it. And we believe in you. Keep doing what you're doing. That positive vibe brings something that is unmatchable from a Black man. Coupled with the Black woman, we're getting it done. And I admire and respect those who understand and know that. And so I have two women here who are happily married, in love, one of the best places to be in the world, and working in their community to get the job done. Shout them out. Reach out to them and let them know you care. Send them flowers. Doesn't have to come from a husband. Listen, send them flowers and say, thank you, sis, for getting it done. We appreciate you. It matters. What we do, what we think, and what we believe is a concerted effort to solidify, provide solidarity, unity, and showcase who and what we are and what we do. This is coaching you for you. I am shouting out Latarsha Williams-Burke and Assemblywoman Reynolds Jackson, two women I admire and respect. I know what it takes to get it done. I thank you. The African American Culture Collaborative of Mercer County will be back. They're going to be talking about what they're doing, where you can park, where you can find all of the activities that are going to be happening this weekend, and they're getting it done. We are somebody, we know it, and we believe in us. Your landing statement for tonight is what, Assemblywoman? Your last words to the community.
Let's celebrate Juneteenth by redeeming the dream and building and maintaining our communities, and just continue to love on each other and support us in everything that we do. So just thank you so much for allowing us to come on and share. And Latarsha, don't forget to tell them about the app.
The app. Yes.
The app.
Yes. So we are on Juneteenth is on an app called the Community Hub. It's called The Hut. So you can download The Hut to
spell it for us.
Just
spell
The Hut, HUT, The Hut. And it's a community app that is ran by the Life organization. The founder is me and Mambo. And this app is everything Mercer County. So any information that you want to receive regarding different organizations, businesses, the happenings in Mercer County, events, you can find on this app. And so me and created a specific tab for Juneteenth. And so you can go onto this tab and you can see all the schedules for every stage from the 18th through the 20th. Information about parking. He's uploading information about bathroom locations. So everything Juneteenth is on the Hut app.
And thank you. HUT?
Yes, HUT, the Hut.
The THE?
Yes, Hut.
HUT. App.
Yes.
We know about apps.
Yes.
We understand apps. This is the
yes.
What?
Apps.
What do we call this?
Yes, the apps for Apple and Android users. It's on both. I love
Reynolds,
it. You know,
Jackson Snapback.
I love the app. People ask me all the time, what's going on? Where is it going to be at? I say, download the app. It's on the app. It's at your fingertips. It has the schedule. It has everything that you need. In addition, not just for Juneteenth, but it also, as Latarsha said, it has a lot of other things that you can use afterwards about the community. So just download the app. It's free.
And what's so special about this app is that Meehan began as a volunteer for the collaborative a few years ago. Okay. And he would manage my website and my social media sites. And he went on to create his own nonprofit. And he's a technology guru. And little did I know he was working on putting this Juneteenth app component to his app.
Wow.
For the last couple of months, and he popped up the other day. Look at what I have, Latarsha. You know, I'm like, oh my goodness, all this work that he put into this. And he said, let's
step up in.
Wow. You got it.
The blessings just continue, you know, it's just amazing. So
you guys are absolutely amazing. And Helen Jones Walker is with us. Hi, Helen. Look at that smile. Hey, sis.
She ready.
She's ready. She's always ready. A professional.
I'm muted. Oh, Kitty. If you only knew the struggles of trying to get on here. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep. No?
Yes.
Oh, you can? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Good evening. Thank you so much, Annette, for having us. We appreciate you. And to just have the opportunity to share this space with phenomenal women today. I do apologize for being tardy. I have been running all day and was listening from the car and then trying to get in the house to get to a camera.
I wore these for you, Tora.
Wasn't working.
Helen,
so I do apologize
for you.
But to the Assemblywoman, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. To the Assemblywoman, first and foremost, just thank you for asking and really just believing in our executive director, Latarsha Burke, to carry out this vision for our city and really for our state. We are the capital city, and for us to be hosting trying times speaks volumes to our strength in numbers and our ability to to. So thank you for your faith, for your support, to the entire legislative district. We certainly appreciate your confidence and our ability to pull this off. Ed Gittens, I know, has been a complete pit bull and working directly with Latarsha and making sure that everything lines up and in order. And certainly it is coming to fruition. So we're so grateful. I just don't know how to put into words how I have just learned so much and been in awe, just watching us unfold. And I already knew a motivator and a taskmaker, and that she puts excellence and 1,000% into everything she does. And in this particular event, she has shown that to us 1,000 times over. So I'm just grateful for all of our sponsors, the entire district, the legislative district, our presenting sponsors, St. Francis, and for all of our sponsors who have stepped in to support us in this effort. We are forever grateful, and we are hopeful that the event and all that will be shared, things for everybody in the family to come out and be involved in. We are hopeful that take something from that and that it beyond Juneteenth, that it really binds our communities and it allows us to begin to have some talks and conversations about exactly what Juneteenth means and how we need to continue to build and grow in spite of this. So thank you to my sorority sister again for having us, and I do apologize for my delay.
No apology necessary. Listen, this is the Reynolds Jackson. Come on,
snap up, Helen! Snap up, Helen! Yes, yes, yes.
Latarsha Williams Burke, you are Woman of the Year.
Oh,
yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
Did you hear what Sam Frisbee called her, Annette?
No, what did he say?
Annette, during our press conference, Sam Frisbee called her the Harriet Tubman of Trenton. He called her Trenton.
Oh, yes. Hey, wait, come on.
Yes.
Helen,
yes, he did.
From the Assemblywoman. Yes. Hey, listen, I'm in it to win it. I'm with you. I've shared, and we're going to wrap up, but I have shared that you have this platform any day and anytime you want it up until Juneteenth, your celebration. Whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want people to know, I'm going to open up this mic and this studio for you. It is a virtual studio. Hey, we are here at Coaching You For You. Thank you for joining us. We have Assemblywoman Reynolds Jackson. We have Latarsha Williams Burke, and we have Helen Jones Walker. I am in the midst of greatness. Hey, Woman of the Year, Latarsha Burke, bring us home, baby. Wrap it up for us. Come on. Look at that smile. We have lost her audio, but what I want you to know is this is a woman who means business. And she is joined by two women who mean business. I am your host, Annette. We are here Coaching You For You. The African American Cultural Collaborative of Mercer County is getting it done. Listen, we are family.
Yeah.
I got all my sisters with me. Yeah. They said I couldn't sing, but I proved them wrong. And tonight, I just want to thank you. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook at Coaching You For You. We are on Facebook at What Trenton Really Makes. We are on Facebook. We're on social media. And we're coming to a tarmac or a city near you soon. The African American Cultural Collaborative means business. Latarsha Burke Williams, I salute you, baby.
Yes.
Assemblywoman, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for your energy and your efforts. Look, it's the
Yes.
snap from now on, baby. When you see me doing this, you know I'm talking about Assemblywoman Reynolds Jackson, Helen Jones Walker, my soror, a woman who means business. I want to thank you for joining us here tonight. We are wrapping up. The collaborative will be back when and where they find the time, because they're working hard to bring you a Juneteenth celebration unlike any other. I'm ready. I'm excited. They might let me sing. Don't say anything, Helen. They might let me sing. Verlina and I are going to do a duet soon.
Yeah.
And you're going to be very pleased with us. Reverend Spencer, did you hear that? We're going to do a duet. And so, Latarsha, keep doing what you do.
Thank you.
You're getting it done, sis. You have any last words for our audience before we sign off?
Just to really highlight our vision is building communities through collaboration across cultures, and it's coming to fruition. It's like I can see it now. I can see it.
Did you hear that? Across cultures.
Mm-hmm.
She's a woman who, I'm clutching my pearls. A woman who means business. Latarsha, Burke Williams, Assemblywoman Reynolds Jackson, Helen Jones Walker, thank you for being here with us tonight. It was, in fact, a Paris moment. It was, in fact, a moment for all of you. Juneteenth is about freedom. It is about emancipation. It is about our rights, and it is about our life. Let's get with it. Thank you for joining me this evening. Have a wonderful evening. We are at Coaching You For You at What Trenton Makes, and we are on YouTube. Hit the like, subscribe, and put the African American Cultural Collaborative's business in the streets. It's okay. Have a good night, and thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Hey, wait.
Let's have it up for everybody.
Latarsha, we love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you and your team and your sponsors. It makes a difference. Good night, all.
Good night.